Imagine a ragtag group of underdogs rising from the ashes of early defeats to snatch a championship crown. That's the heart-pounding tale of the 1976 Northmen, a story that still ignites passion nearly 5 decades later. I felt a warm glow in my heart when my granddaughter, Evelyn, peppered me with questions last spring. "Grandpa, why are you on the phone so much with your old college buddies? That wasn't all that long ago, was it? Did you play football back then? Tell me all about it." Her innocent curiosity tugged at me, prompting a deep reflection. In truth, without her knowing it, she was probing the deep bond this team held for me and my fellow players, a connection forged in the fires of shared dreams and triumphs. The year 1976 wasn't just a milestone for national celebrations. It held a special magic for me and the band of young athletes who suited up as teammates that September at Northwood Institute, now known as Northwood University. And this is the part most people miss: how a single season could weave lifelong threads of friendship and achievement. Recently, I'd reconnected with many of them, including some of our coaches. I'd been jotting down notes, poring over our 1976-77 Northwood Institute yearbook, and exploring websites from the teams we faced that year. All this was in collaboration with Northwood Athletic Director Jeff Curtis and our reunion committee members, teammates Chuck Counts, Mark Zimmerman, Cal Coburn, Howard Pinkston, and Mark Warner, to make a reunion of our 1976 championship squad a reality this weekend, almost 50 years on. The dawn of an unforgettable season. It was the bicentennial year, celebrating America's 200th birthday. We all sensed that the hard-won freedoms and opportunities from our nation's founding gave us the chance to chase our football dreams at the collegiate level in the charming town of Midland, Michigan. But here's where it gets controversial. Was our team's spirit truly amplified by this patriotic backdrop, or was it just a coincidence that made us feel extra special during preseason camp? As student athletes at Northwood Institute, a school that instilled pride in American values like freedom, free enterprise, entrepreneurship, and the rule of law from day one, we felt our team stood out. Northwood taught us that as Americans, we could achieve greatness no matter the obstacles through smarts, grit, innovative ideas, and strong ethics. This mindset shaped our view of the team itself. During our team orientation, we learned Northwood was born from an entrepreneurial vision in 1959, started on a shoestring by educators Dr. Arthur Turner and Dr. R. Gary Stauffer, along with their wives Johann Turner and Willa Stauffer. By 1976, the school was in its 18th academic year and 14th with a football program. Focused solely on business education and growing fast, it still lagged in funding for new ventures like athletics compared to bigger universities. In the Great Lakes Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, GLIAC, a league for smaller colleges competing in sports, we were among the least funded football teams. With just 15 full-ride scholarships split among 75 players and only 8 games on our schedule, while most rivals played 10, we were clearly the underdogs. For beginners, think of GLIAC as a competitive group where schools like ours battled it out, often with fewer resources than powerhouse programs. Why this team was truly remarkable: our squad was youthful, packed with freshmen and sophomores, with a handful of juniors and seniors stepping up as key players. We lacked a single superstar, though a few might one day earn spots in the Northwood Athletic Hall of Fame. Standout leaders included veterans Craig Fry, Ted Goolsby, Nate Parker, Bobby Kemper, Rick Straz, Bob Malu, and Doug Morse, 4 of them captains and 6 seniors who guided us through tough spots. They were the kind of leaders we'd follow into any storm, and we did. The real magic? We functioned as a cohesive unit, deeply caring for one another, surpassing expectations as the season progressed. At an average age of 69 now, none of us recall petty arguments or fights, not even minor squabbles. Picture this, a budding championship team starting 0-2. That could have shattered us, but it didn't. Our opener on September 11th was a home loss to Michigan Tech and their star running back, Jim Van Wagner, a first-team All-American who led NCAA Division II in rushing for 2 seasons, to rub salt in the wound. Sports Illustrated featured him in their October 11, 1976 issue, predicting his NFL draft selection based on that game. Michigan Tech was on a roll, while we struggled. The next week, we traveled to Detroit and got trounced by preseason GLIAC favorite Wayne State University. After 2 games, our season seemed doomed. But against all odds, we launched a 6-game winning streak, 5 victories and 1 tie, emerging from obscurity to capture the GLAI football championship with a 5-2-1 record, 4-1 in conference play. Along the way, we shocked 10th-ranked Hillsdale College 28-21, blanked Ferris State College and their All-American back Chuck Evans 23-0, tied NAIA Division II powerhouse Georgetown College, Kentucky, led by future All-American Reuben McIntyre, defeated St. Norbert's College, and wrapped up by crushing Grand Valley State College 40-14 and Saginaw Valley State College 14-7. For context, Grand Valley finished 8-2 that year, including a 10-8 win over Michigan Tech. They drew national buzz for their season ender against Northern Michigan University, the 1975 NCAA Division II national champs with an 18-game win streak and a number 1 ranking. Northern Michigan had demolished the University of Nebraska-Omaha 82-7 earlier. Since they blocked Grand Valley's NAIA playoff hopes the prior year, the Lakers, with 21 seniors, sought revenge on home turf, building a 24-0 lead and stunning the Wildcats 31-14 before a packed crowd of top recruits. Yet this powerhouse Grand Valley team trailed Northwood in the 1976 GLIAC standings. And here's a twist that might surprise you. NCAA Division I standout Central Michigan University, with a 7-4 record, fell to Northern Michigan 41-13 on October 23 in Marquette. So this scrappy bunch of Northmen, against the odds, claimed the GLIAC title, soundly defeating a squad that toppled the Division II defending champs, who had routed Division I Central Michigan, a school with over 8 times Northwood's enrollment. Northern Michigan also crushed Division I Eastern Michigan by more than 3 touchdowns that year. The 1976 Northwood Institute Northmen thrived under the masterful guidance of Coach Jack Finn and his assistants. Northwood was lucky to attract him. He'd turned Battle Creek Central into a Midwest high school football giant, securing 2 Class A Michigan State high school championships. What many overlook is that under Coach Finn, Northwood co-founded the GLIAC with Ferris State College, now the top NCAA Division II football conference nationwide. Despite being a small, underfunded private school, Northwood snagged 3 of the first 4 GLIAC football titles in 1973, 1974, and 1976, thanks to savvy recruiting and coaching. This inexperienced young team might have been Coach Finn's finest achievement, clinching Northwood's last GLIAC crown until the Pat Rietma era began in 1993. A Northman ranked 15th nationally in a small college poll per the yearbook. Coach Finn earned co-GLIAC Coach of the Year honors with Leonard Romeo, Nate Parker, Craig Fry, Doug Morse, and Ted Goolsby, landing all-conference and NAIA District 23 accolades. Fry also made second-team NAIA All-American. Why representing Northwood felt like magic. We're eagerly anticipating the reunion to reminisce about the countless hours grinding on Gillette Field, the football wisdom we gained, and the profound life lessons that shaped us. And this is the part most people miss, how those experiences transcended the game. We embraced teamwork, relentless effort, sacrifice, and perseverance, believing that with enough desire, anything was achievable. We became champions, not only for our field successes and refusal to quit despite stacked odds, but also through the top-notch education at Northwood Institute. We learned from some of America's best educators. Professors like Dr. V. Orville Watts, Professor Jeffrey A. Bennett, Dr. Dale M. Haywood, Dr. Lewis Lloyd, Dr. David E. Fry, Professor Willow Anker, Professor Edgar A. Madden, Dr. Lawrence W. Reed, Dr. Robert W. Searam, and Professor Robert E. Ellis. Many brought real-world expertise alongside academic brilliance, blending theory with practice via projects and internships, a forward-thinking approach that gave us an edge. This education boosted our careers. Surveys show about 35% of Northwood alumni own businesses just 10 years post-graduation, including several teammates. It made us better men, sons, husbands, fathers, workers, entrepreneurs, and citizens. In the lead-up to the reunion, many of us hadn't spoken in nearly 50 years, yet phone calls flowed as if we'd just parted in the Dow Commons cafeteria. Most have led fulfilling lives, though some face hardships, and a few remain unlocated. Sadly, 7 teammates plus Coach Finn and Coach Reese have passed on. Our greatest pride? We've impacted lives, colleagues, communities, our alma mater, and especially our families, through our examples and choices. The 1976 Northwood Institute Northmen proved that with true belief and sacrifice, grand visions can become reality. But here's where it gets controversial. In an era of big money sports, can underfunded, values-driven teams like ours still thrive today, or is that a relic of the past? Do you agree that education and ethics trump talent alone? Share your opinions in the comments. I'd love to hear if the story resonates with you or sparks debate. Dr. Timothy G. Nash is Senior Vice President Emeritus and Director of the Center for the Advancement of Free Enterprise and Entrepreneurship at Northwood University.